Hi guys, welcome to Metal and Rock Zone. It's Friday the 8th of September and there is new music out. Plenty of new music and our playlist is up. I'll tell you about that and I will highlight 4 albums with known bands and 4 albums with maybe a little bit less known bands that you might be interested in. We have the playlist on Spotify, new metal and rock releases, week 36. That's the week ending on the 8th of September, today, Friday. And this week's playlist has 154 songs from 77 bands. So we take 2 songs of every new album with 77 bands, so 77 times 2, 154. What a genius. And it's everything. It's hard rock, it's heavy metal, it's thrash metal, death metal, black metal, metalcore. It's bands from the US, from the UK, from Denmark, from Spain, from Malaysia, from Brazil. It's everything. I don't think there is an album out today that we don't have on our playlist. So instead of you trying to find this stuff, missing out on an album from one of your favorite bands or discovering something new, you can find it all on our playlist. And you can find us on Spotify, Metal Rock Zone on Spotify, and you can just follow us there and then you will get the playlist every week. Or in the first comment to this video, you will find the link to that playlist. And yeah, please remember us on all the social medias as well. That's at Metal and Rock Zone on Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. So without further ado, on to the highlights. The first band that I want to highlight is a band called Kvelertak. They were founded in 2007 in Norway, and James Hetfield from Metallica is a big fan of this band and has described the frontman in Kvelertak, which I don't remember now what's named, as savage, a savage frontman. It's super, that band has super raw energy somehow, and it's fun to listen to. It's kind of music that wants to, makes you want to trash your room or something. Not the studio, but just somebody else's room, living room or something like that. And it's their 5th studio album. It's called Endling. Check out Endling by Kvelertak. It's out today. Great stuff. The second album that I want to highlight is by a guy called Lynch, and those of you who are into kind of classic heavy metal, glam rock, they will know him from Dokken, the band Dokken. And this album that he came out with now is an instrumental guitar album. It's the second one, second kind of guitar album that he makes, and it sounds really good actually. It's called Guitars at the End of the World, and yeah, it sounds good. I listened to a little bit of it this morning, and you know, this is definitely, if you're into good guitar players and you like Dokken, then you will check out this album by Lynch, Guitars at the End of the World. Then on to something a little bit heavier. Next band is Dying Fetus from the US. They started in 1991. That's kind of like a technical death metal band. It's their 9th album, Let Them Beg for Death, and this is the kind of album where, you know, the band delivers exactly what's to be expected. They're not kind of straying away from what they have done before. So if it ain't broken, don't fix it. And Dying Fetus delivers exactly on that. Cool stuff. Next band is also kind of on the heavier side, called Sylosis. They're from the UK, started in 2000. And it's an interesting band because you can't really pin them down on any one thing. You know, there are some elements of death metal, metalcore, thrash, and I think this is kind of a band that could appeal to like a wider audience. You know, like you know, everyone who likes any of these genres could like Sylosis. Great band, and it's their 6th album called A Sign of Things to Come. So check out that band on our playlist as well. And now on to the lesser known bands, and this is what I love, when I discover something new that I can kind of add to my rotations, bands that I didn't know about. They might have made many albums, like the first band. That's a band from Spain called Dantalion, and that's kind of a depressive black metal, and I think it delivers exactly on what it promises with that description. This is their 9th album called Fatum, or Fatum, I don't know, Fatum probably, it's a Danish band, so I guess it's Fatum. And I had never heard about this band. I know you black metal heads out there, you probably knew this band and you think I'm an idiot, but that's not a problem for me. A lot of people do. So yeah, that's really, really epic songs, epic sounds, very kind of depressing, but in a good way. I like that band. The other band that I found now, well, it's a new band, so it wasn't really about finding. That's a kind of a hard rock band. That's called Blackbird Angels. And the guy behind, or one of the guys behind that, is Tracy Guns, and he is the Guns from Guns N' Roses. So they merged LA Guns and Hollywood Rose and created Guns N' Roses. Then he left that band and Slash replaced him. And he teamed up with a guy called Todd Kearns, who's actually played with Slash and Miles Kennedy. Small world in Hollywood, you know. And yeah, that's kind of a modern hard rock, and I like them because it gives me, it's clear where their inspiration comes from, where their roots are, but on the other hand, they kind of modernize it. There are even some kind of grungy vibes on some of the stuff, and I really like that. And it's their first album called Sol Sorte. I don't know, that's a Scandinavian way of saying Sol Sorte. I don't know, Sol Sorte. Let's keep it like that. Third band that I discovered off this playlist myself is called Evilon. That's kind of a Swedish death metal folk band. And the album is their second album called A Warrior's Way. And what I like about this, because I'm usually a little bit skeptic on the folk part, you know, it's not too folky. It's a little bit more deathy and Viking metalish-y somehow. And so at least from what I've listened to, there's not too many flutes and stuff like that. So they, yeah, but it's cool stuff, very melodic. That's, yeah, Evilon from Sweden, and the album is called A Warrior's Way. And the last band on that, my new discovery, is a band called Terminalist. They're from Denmark, and this is their second album called The Crisis Has Condition. And that's like a black thrash metal, and it's a really, really brutal and driving kind of groovy stuff. I really like this band. I will definitely check out their previous album as well. And yeah, it's fast, brutal, and kind of just punches you somehow in the face. Terminalist, The Crisis Has Condition. Check that out, guys. And that's it, guys. That's there are 69 other bands on our playlist and a bunch of other songs. And you'll find the playlist in the comment below, or you can find us on Spotify and you can start following us there, Metal and Rock Zone. And let me know if there is any band that is putting out new music this week that you were looking forward to, anything in particular they're going to listen to. Is there some bands that I'm missing that I didn't know about? Let me know about that as well. Please like, share, and comment. And yeah, have a great Metal and Rock weekend. See you guys. Bye-bye.